WesWes, y'all.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like that. All right, I digress, mate. Let's move on. All right, bro. The teams this year. What I want to look at is we'll go through the team list. We'll have a look. But who do you think's the team's most important player? I'll just go through a different group of teams here. We'll start here. I've got the Knights.
Well,
Pretty
one
obvious there,
player
but
from each team. Oh,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
easy
just
one.
their most important player, man. Who's gonna
Easy
make or
one for
break
the
the
Knights,
season
bro.
for these teams?
I think the Knights are in the same predicament as Manly, where they've got the players to get them down into good territory, but they need that star power to pile on the points. And this is where Caleb Ponga stands up for the Knights, and we saw that last year, bro.
Yeah.
He ended up that run that was controversial, winning over Johnson last year, but without him,
those last 5 games,
these guys wouldn't have made the finals, bro. And so they're gonna pray that Ponga's gonna stay fit and healthy all year. And bro, if he starts the year the same way he finished it, there's gonna be some bit of pressure on Reece Walsh to battle for that Queensland jersey, bro. I think it's gonna be awesome, man. Both of them are going at it. So yeah, bro, Ponga, easy one for Newcastle, man. Head above over everyone else.
You reckon they'll start him at the back? They're not going to try and experiment again this year? Because I think that kind of screwed their season, that slow start, trying to do that little experiment.
Exactly. I think they got the balance pretty good now with Gamble and Hastings in the halves. I think Newcastle got one of these backup Penrith halves. And he might bet, Connor. He might he'll battle to try and get. So that's going to keep Gamble on his toes, because you think Hastings is going to be the main 7 there, but and Cocker's mainly one of the similar type players as well. But I think as a half, he's your out and out half, whereas Gamble's one of those players is not like your usual half, bro. He's like a big back who can kick if you need someone as a second kick, but he's just one of those real energy players that can lift their team. He's almost like a little bit of a Urugate too. So I think they got a good mix with him there and Hastings. But yeah, bro, definitely they got to rely on Ponga to stay healthy.
Nice, bro. Yep, fully agree. I think Ponga, off the back of last year's, you can't really argue anyone else making that much of an impact. Because when I look at the most important player, it also kind of reflects as if they weren't there, as that team go by, and pretty much Ponga is the man there. All right, moving over to the Sharks, since I've got them on screen here. Who do you think is key to the Sharks this year? Most important player, make or break their season?
Oh, bro, this is a no-brainer, bro. Nico Hines. I think Nico Hines got something to prove as well this year. I don't know. I think they did better than the Warriors, but I put them in the same group as in they'll definitely make the 8, and they'll definitely be up there. But it's a matter of what they're gonna do this year to get over these Panthers Broncos teams, to play at that level. And Nico Hines he's got the pressure on him to deliver that. They've got a good, well-rounded team to get to the finals, but has got it in them to go the extra step and make the top 4 and battle, put pressure on the likes of Brisbane and Brisbane Panthers,
Yeah, and I think he had a good start to the in that like again you said, it is preseason challenge. But yeah, I think in that round 1 he looked really good. So yeah, I think he's going to be key. I'm not sure if he's going to be available round one. We haven't got the team list for Sharks yet, but
I
we'll
just want to
see.
quickly plug. I think these two boys can go to the next level, man. Their props, Hamlin Uele,
Mm,
ex boy, and Royce Hunt, bro.
man, he
He's
looked good
looking
last week.
solid. He's looking sexy, eh? Like he's a few more
Trimmed
minutes in
down a
him.
bit, and yeah,
Yeah,
he's
so
looking big. He's looking huge.
just on paper they got a decent team, bro. But like I said, man, put together and Nico Hines. I think maybe last year the origin kind of maybe affected him. I don't
Mm,
know, but I like that mixture of him and Trindle. Trindle's like a real off the cuff kind of player who can pull out some bit of magic as well. So it's a well rounded team. Shucks.
nice. All right, bro. Well, who have I got here? Oh, this is a team that's probably going to be very interesting. Probably a few in here, but you only get to choose one, mate. Key player for the Bulldogs this season, man.
Oh, doggies.
Yeah, the doggies.
Oh,
They
bro, I think
got
that to me is a bit of a no brainer as well. Uh, Crichton for me because they've
yeah.
they've made him captain, and
Mm,
even I think Burton will get him around the park, and your seven's always important, but I think in terms of the culture and getting these bottom teams up to compete every week and instilling a winning mentality, I think Crichton's going to be that man, bro. I think that's why Gus pulled him over. I think that's what the doggies were looking for, a bit of leash. And he also adds that X Factor, bro. Um, we, I don't want to harp on about the grand final, bro, but man, he you take him out, of
mm,
that team, and fuck it, we could win that game, bro. I think him along with those two
mm.
props, there's some he can pull out some magic, bro. He's X Factor, Crichton. And it was a bit of a not controversy, but some doggies fans are a bit mixed with them making him captain. But
Yeah,
being the new buy and the superstar that they needed, I think Crichton's gonna add a bit of difference to that team. Also.
nice. Before we move on, actually, I'm going to double up. Sorry, I missed it on the other two teams. Also for the doggies, bro. Who do you mentioned Critter? Is that the best buy for their season? They've had a lot of buys on the off season. They picked up Josh Curran, Wasa Famosili, Drew Hutchison, Kurt Mann, Jamin Salmon. Oh, that's the other one, Jamin Salmon, yeah. Blake Taff, Zane Titivano, Connor Tracy, uh, Jake Turpin, and Mitchell Woods, and Bronson Jerry, that's right. Bronson, after 4 years being
Coming
off,
back,
he was
yeah.
looking all right in the
Uh,
preseason too.
a lot of movement from the doggies, but yeah,
Yeah.
hands down, bro, hands down, Critter. I mean, this guy's a
Mm,
New South Wales Samoan superstar. Best buy for them, the most important buy for them, and yeah, Salmon, all right. Curran's a good. Curran's
good
quality, bro.
pickup, eh? Yeah.
Curran's probably uh would probably go walk into most teams, bro. I think that was a not a mistake, but I think Warriors got a lot of quality in the back row, but
Yeah.
um. A lot of supporters, I don't know what you think, but would have been a bit disappointing. You guys couldn't hold on to Curran.
Yeah, he's one of those, just one of those marquee players that real warrior too. Just the way he played, he's one of those fan favorites. So he was a huge loss, but any other season, I'd be crying and saying it was the wrong thing. But with the backup and the numbers that we have at the moment, um, ashamed to see him go. But I don't think it's rocked the boat for the Warriors. What for the doggies for me is Reed Marnie. I think he's really important, especially in that hooker role. He had a real just inconsistent season coming in from the Eels last year. I think he kind of left the Eels on a high and just didn't really click.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe
it's
he's
real
trying to
key
find his
for
speed,
him.
eh?
Yeah,
Being
and
the
he kind
first
of
year.
started to show it at the end of the back of the season. He got a bit niggly in some of those games at the end of the season too. So yeah, I'm hoping for Reed. I reckon he'll make a big difference in that team, especially with some some key changes in the pack. Having guys like yeah, like Curran running off him, I think he's going to make such a
Well,
big difference.
you look at that back row. I think maybe you'd start him at 13 because you got who's
Mm.
got you got Preston and Kiko, and Preston was so impressive last year. Kiko's
Yeah,
probably, if you're a Bulldog supporter, got a bit to prove this year because he was quiet,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Or William Kiko. If I'd put Curran at 13 there, and Kiko and
Mm.
Preston on the edges, pretty good pack, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Liam Knights, he's one of their boys. He's gone over from the
Nice. So, some
from
old school
what is
back
it?
in.
Was it Rapids? And you got Max King there. So yeah, bro, it's a good decent team. I don't know if I'll put them in my eight, but
Mm.
I think maybe they're missing the fullback because they brought Blake Taft there, and I think
Yeah.
most teams need a out and out superstar at fullback, bro.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if they'd try Critter at the back, but then yeah, who do you slot in as a gun center? I think that's why he's so key too.
Mm.
Cool. All right, let's move on. So same again. We'll go with both most important player as well as buy of the season. We'll start the most important player for the Roosters this
Oh,
season.
Roosters,
Eh?
Roosters.
Who's gonna carry them this season?
Yeah, they'll be up
Fortunate for
to.
Dom Young. That's a big shot for them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I haven't looked up, but I know he wasn't in the team. Is he out for a while or?
Yeah, yeah. So that crusher tackle. I think he's out for the first. I think they said 4 weeks. So it's quite serious. It's quite a big. Maybe that counts as the one from the last game, and then 3 weeks. So yeah,
Should I get rid of him? He's in my team.
might
Oh,
have to dump him, mate. I'll take him. I'll pick him up. But
um,
yeah,
yeah, bro. Man, quality all over the park, Eels. I
mm,
think.
yeah,
I think for me, Teddy, bro. I think the Roosters, yeah, almost mirrored. I don't want to say Teddy's
Teddy's
form.
performance.
Well, that's the thing, bro. He still put up the numbers, but
Mm,
they weren't winning games. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you could say like his effect wasn't as much as it has been in the past. So I think for the Roosters to make the eight this year and to be quality team where they should be, I think Tedesco's got to because I think they got plenty of leaders in their team. I just think performance wise, they need more from him, bro. They need him to break tackles. They need him to be more creative on attack. So I'm gonna say Teddy is most important player,
mm.
and fuck, I don't know if they well, I haven't been keeping up with the fucking ins and
Yeah.
outs
The only
of their
buys that
bodies,
that
but
kind of the buys that stand out. So they had Spencer Leniu and Dominic Young. Other than that,
oh yeah,
the other
sorry,
names escape me. Lewis Murphy, Ethan
yeah.
Roberts, Blake Steep, Xavier Va'a, and Alex Young.
Out of
Maybe
all those
Dominic's brother.
names, I think with Young, when he does eventually make the team, I think it's going to be a similar player to, you could say, and that's probably why they
Tupu.
brought him over because to what he's been bringing
Mm.
for the last 10 years, and
Yeah.
he's getting on a bit. So maybe they look into the future. So it's kind of like same. Whereas what
Mm-mm.
they got in Spencer Leniu, I think I would think that's their best buy because they need some young blood in the forward pack, bro. There's what's his name, Hargrave's getting on, and I
Yeah,
think
true.
Leniel's at that time of his career where he goes to that next level, bro. He's a
Yeah.
representative forward. He's been in winning teams, but been coming off the bench for Penrith. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he enjoys being that impact guy off the bench or whether he wants to become a
Be the
starter.
enforcer.
But
Mm.
yeah. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna say Leniel, man.
Nice calls. Yeah, for me, I think it's Sammy Walker. He had a slow start and then they ended up dropping him. He kind of made a good comeback at the end of the season. But that I think that's what we found with Teddy was just having to do too much. Like you're saying, he got the numbers, and like you're saying, he's got to do that distributing. He's got to kind of set up, organize the defense. Whereas I think if Sammy can have a good season, solidify him as a starting seven as well. He's had that number for a few seasons now. He's not the young kid on the block. And so, he's all these other young guns have come in. Same kind of thing. You look at Reece Walsh, Ezra, they've kind of had that tag of, it's their first year,
Yeah.
and they've just come straight out the block. So I think Sammy's been in there for a while. I think it's key for him to really lead this pack now. Teddy can only do so much. He's the captain, but if you got that seven, own it. And I really, I hope he has a good season. I hope he, really stands up for the team. So I think for me, it's Sammy Walker there for a key player for the Roosters. Nice.
Good point.
We'll jump into Manly. You already touched on Manly, but yeah. Your thoughts on the same again? Their key player and their buy for the season.
It's no secret, bro. Probably the last 5 years, bro. Everyone knows, man, and that team rests on the shoulders of their superstar fullback there, bro. Turbo. Yeah, bro. They're just a totally different team, man. With Turbo in the back. And saying that, it's been a few, the last 3-4 years. Are we going to see? It's been a while since we've seen that Turbo. It's been a couple of years. I think he's really struggled with the knee. Even when he's come back, he hasn't quite looked handy.
Confident,
so, yeah, he's been running at full pace. In terms of their buys, just looking at their potential team, I don't see. Sorry, that was an easy one. Sorry, forgot they got Luke Brooks, bro. Hey.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting, bro. To see how that works, how they gel. He's obviously going to be on that left hand side, and they're probably that's going to add good because he's a lefty, I think, with the boot. So
yeah, true, yeah.
Actually, bro, it's probably propelled them to be even better team with Luke Brooks there. He's probably good for him to get out of Tigers, bro, and he probably need a new club himself to show his wisdom. He's always had the skills and the ability. I think people have just been blaming him with how the guy at Tigers been the last 10 years, and that's not. You can't just fault one player.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
totally agree. Totally agree on Turbo. Not a Manly. I think everyone who watches league is hoping that Turbo gets back to that form because he's so good to watch. Just as a fan of the game. I really hope that he. Just so injury prone, and it feels like he's almost kind of the one season away of if this isn't it might be done. So I really hope he kind of finds that Turbo form again and rips up. I mean, scary thought if he's back in Origin, but all the best. I hope he has a good season. And same with Brooks. They had a few good buys, but Brooks pretty much stands out from the list here of the guys
Can
who
I
picked up.
Can I mention something about this Manly team, bro? Also, their Shushta. Hey, his career is a bit of a crossroads, bro. And I think Manly's fucked them about too. In the space of 2 years, they give him a fucking fat contract, 800 plus, 1,000 a year. So and that's telling the team, this is our six, this is our future. The position is yours. Comes back from preseason last year, a bit like what, and they fucking bench him, and and then he's kind of given that stigma this cunt doesn't want to train, blah blah blah. But at the same time, he didn't take his opportunities at 6 last year. So where's going to be with Dawson, man? When he comes back, he's obviously going to be I don't think they're going to use him at 14. How are you going to pay a bench player 800 plus thousand? The CEO is probably going to be talking to Seaboard like, hey, man, you better play this guy or in the front for
Find him a position.
or get rid of him. So then you're going to think he's got to start in the second row or 13. And he doesn't come across, I don't want to say beefing, like that's a bit disrespectful, but he's not a hard-hitting player, bro.
Nah,
he's silky. He's a silky player in a second row's body, bro. So unless he becomes one of this Felitti Mateo type players, but like I said, he had that stigma of being a bench player and coming up. You can still be a 13 and be that player. That would probably be a perfect position for him, but bro, he's not gonna get. Jake Trbojevic is on even more money than him, so you're not gonna get rid of him. And the thing with Jake, he's silky and hard-hitting at the same time. That's how you're going to be as a back row. So it's going to be tough for him to crack it. They got Olakuatu, who's starting on one side.
Yeah, he's looking
so
good.
You'd say he's battling it out with, I don't know, guys like Ben Trbojevic. I don't know who else they got in the stocks there. So there's
Ethan Bullimore.
There is available position for him on the edges, but this is the year for him, bro. Otherwise, he's going to be shopped around, man. That's what happens.
Yeah, I think so. That's the cutthroat, mate. That's why they brought in the RFPA.
Yeah, they don't want to be paying $800,000 for someone not performing, man.
Yeah,
we've seen it happen.
Exactly. Nice. All right, let's move on to the Eels. Eels season kind of came apart last year. Who do you think's going to fix it up? See, Morgan Harbour's making a move over there. Roger's favourite.
Roger Harper.
Roger Harper.
Solly, just on him and like, man, we make jokes and we know it's personal. This is also any players. I know a lot of NRL players listen to our podcast. Maybe not, but man, we mean no disrespect, and we just laugh. But he's one of these players that, man, won 4 games, like giving him a stigma. Hey?
Exactly.
Who was it that fussied him all day?
Talakai Farmadum, and that's like 2 years ago. That's 2 seasons ago, and people still no faith because he ripped up the Warriors like a couple weeks before that, and I hate it. I was like, God, this guy Farmadum the Warriors.
It was like
Talakai just for fun.
It was like going back years ago when wait for you, Manu Vatuvei had. I remember watching this game against Parramatta Eels, and he was dropped every single ball coming to him.
He had a nightmare,
Yeah, now looking in hindsight, Manu was able to get rid of that stigma of being a bit thing with his butterfingers.
Because that game was one of those, like, everyone just, and then he turned it around, he just worked hard. And
so I feel sorry for them also because, he's a Kiwi man and he's shaved off his hair.
So he shaved the locks. It's not me. I'm not the same guy.
I'm not that guy, man. Bro. He means business. So I'm rooting for him, bro, because we make fun of how he just got fussy from Talakai, bro. But he is silky on attack, bro. He's mean. Yeah. He's just got it in him, man. He's got it in him, man. Going on to the Eels. Sorry for digressing, but Moses would be the important player, man. I think Gutho's he's like the pulse of the team and the captain, but in terms of performance, Moses gotta be like a 9, 10 out of 10 every week, man. Like what, and he's capable of doing it, bro. I don't know. It was hard to assess their team, bro. Like Pete should be on talking about them, but I don't know where all went wrong last year. But boys, who they got, bro? Anyone new? Because looking at a possible 13 looks quite similar. Is Harper going to be their best boy?
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a look. Player. Well, yeah, because they were similar to the Warriors, so it was only Harper and Kalma Tuilangi. So I don't know if he's a younger brother. But yeah, those were the only 2 buys. So it looks like the Eels are pretty solid. Arthur's got a plan with the existing team, I guess. Just wanted some depth. So yeah, but you could be on the call with Morgan Harper, mate. So Yeah, hard one with the Eels. Mitchell Moses didn't do much wrong. He made got an Origin jersey last year. So it's hard to say he's so key because I don't think he put many foot wrong last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, in saying that, I think that it does revolve around him and Brown having
Yeah,
a good
maybe
season.
Brown's the X factor. Eh? I think
Yeah,
it showed
Moses got
evident
the
when he
kicking
wasn't
game. Yeah,
when he got suspended for being Gum
that's
Bensi
right.
though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe Brown's got a bit more to prove this season, kind of just round out that team because Mitchell Moses, his kicking game, everything was on last year. I think just that breaking the game apart, just making it a bit unknown. All right, moving right along, man. Let's get to the Raiders. The unsung heroes, the Raiders, made it into the 8 last year. Crept in the last few seasons, just don't seem to be able to break past that. Key for them.
Yeah, bro, always tough, man, and they always everyone make the mistake of not backing them, bro. But they're well coached.
Mm.
Um, yeah, how to put my finger on it, bro? I think in terms of importance to the team, um, I'm gonna say Fogarty. Fogarty probably wasn't up to scratch last year. I didn't think. Um, they lost a lot of games uh, within four couple points. So you got to point to your halves
Yeah,
for not
yeah,
icing the
yeah.
games with that
Mm.
one. In terms of their best buy, I like what's his name, Zach
Hosking.
Hosking from the
Mm.
Panthers.
Yeah,
Um, in saying that, they got pretty, I think, old Hudson Young and Whitehead probably start, but Hosking is the young up and comer, bro. And yeah, man, I think it was tough for him to stay at the Panthers because they're signing up a lot of their stars, bro. But I remember him 2-3 years ago at the Broncos, bro. He was zacky,
right.
man. So
Yeah, yeah.
not too many differences outside of him. Not too many new buys.
Nah, yeah, they were pretty. Yeah. KO Weeks. They've brought him from Manly. Not sure if they're looking to start him into the season in round one. So it'll be interesting to see how the kid goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Raiders a bit of a hard one. Yeah, I'll probably go with you. Like, just their halves, they really need to step up. Kind of solidify it. There was so many changes in their halves last year too. Just trying to get some consistency. Um, Good to see Danny Levi running around again. I think he'll be impactful if he's going to be starting at 9. Be a toss up between him and Starling probably. Um,
Well, they still got Zach Wolford there, who was played the
oh, yeah,
majority
Wolford.
of their games with Starling as an stage. So, man, I think it's more of just backup, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's see who we got next. Rabbitohs. Disappointing season last year. So there's a lot of important players that they need to see shine this year. But who stands out for you?
Rabbitohs, I think for me, like most of the other boys most of the other gentlemen that we've mentioned, he's the superstar, bro, Latrell Mitchell.
Mm.
Um, I think it kind of mirrored his form last year. He was in and out of the team with injuries.
Started late with the injury, like his recovery. Eh? Started late into
Yeah,
last season.
yeah. So Mitchell's going to be huge because they've got the makings of fucking a good team, man. They're just disappointed that they missed out on the 8 last year. So Mitchell, in terms of most important player, and I don't think they've got. I don't think they got too many buyers that can. Sorry, I lie. They got
Mm.
one of those controversial ones, bro. Jack
Yeah,
Whitehead. Yeah, so
yeah.
he'll
It'll be
slot
interesting
straight
to see where
into.
they slot him in.
I forgot.
But you
Yeah,
reckon they'll play him
slot
centre
straight
or in the
into.
house?
Oh, Centre for sure. You got
Oh
Elias
yeah,
and
Campbell
Walker.
Graham's out. Mm.
He's not in the 7, and you're not going to get rid of Walker. So
Yeah.
um, Yeah, they got a bit of and I think because Campbell Graham's injured, so yeah, he'll strike
Yeah.
straight in that centre.
Yeah, that probably helps the Rabbitohs having not having that headache of Graham and
Mm.
because Campbell Graham was going good until that sternum injury. Looks like it's the same thing playing up. That's what's going to delay him starting this year. So shame for Campbell Graham, but yeah, I think I agree. Traumit, he looked good. He looked good running around in the preseason trial. So yeah, if he stays fit, stays hungry, I think they're going to have a big one. Um, yeah, similar to the Roosters. On paper, they looked awesome, both teams last year, and so it was real disappointing. And these
Mm.
teams, they don't let that kind of thing. So I think we'll see some big moves from both those teams
They
this
don't
year.
miss that eight twice, two years in a row,
Exactly.
bro.
No way. All right. Dragons. Dragons, a lot of controversy over the off season, a lot of stuff happening on and off field. Who's key for you here?
Oh, Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt,
Mm.
and I'm going to say the coach, bro. Out of all the coaches, because
Yeah,
he's the
under
new
fire.
coach.
Yes.
Because remember last year, Ben Hunt was like, so he was eco. He was
Yeah.
like, fuck
I'm a,
this. He's trying to
yeah, as
get
soon
out
as
of his
Flano
big
got named,
contract.
he's like still trying to leave. It's like, mate, this guy have a talk
And
with him and still wants to.
you know how major that is? Someone's
Mm,
getting paid $1 million and you're trying to get out of your contract? Must be that bad. But Flano so Flano started as, that was the best thing he did to start with, was to keep him there.
yeah.
Um, I haven't got it up, bro. I'm not too sure of their
I'll
buys.
go
Maybe
through
you
the
can
list
comment on their
because
buys, but I think Hunt's going to be the.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll,
sorry,
I'll
Hunt's
go
going to
through the list
definitely
because
be
I'm
their
surprised
main man.
at how many buys they've got here. So their buys for this year: Corey Allen, Tom Eisenhuth, Raymond Faitala Mariner. So that's where he's ended up leaving and coming to. Kyle Flanagan, his boys there. Luciano, he just got signed. Hamisele and Christian
Oh, true.
Tupulotu. Yeah, yeah.
Coming back.
So a lot of interesting buys there. So yeah, I'm glad for Faitala Mariner, but I don't know if Dragons was the
Well,
right place. He needed somewhere, but
yeah. Well, with respect, ain't no superstars up in there. So,
mm,
uh, it's a tough one. They lost Jaden Sullivan to the Tigers, bro. He was a young up and coming kind of player. I I think I don't think any of them will make too much of a inroad to that team. To be honest with you, bro.
mm,
How much silly? There's the same fella from the Rabbitohs, eh?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The short prop. Yeah,
yeah.
bro. Looking at those
So he
guys, I'm
might
gonna
be
say
handy.
that's the best spot, bro. He's good, man. He's one of those like what's his name? He used to play for the Bunnies back in the days. Short, stocky, prop, Kiwi fella.
Astasi.
Man, Asotasi type players, bro.
Yeah.
Low to the ground, fast, play of the ball. I thought him. I don't know if too many players kind of
Mm-hmm.
stand out to me.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, interesting that Jack Bird put I guess it's helpful for Jack Bird to just solidify a position. So they've moved Zach Lomax out to the wing, but I think Bird just kept, flipping and flopping between his positions. I think giving him some consistency might be helpful for his game too. He hasn't really fired over the seasons. He's always been talked up, but yeah, hopefully we see some consistency from Jack Bird getting a starting centre role now.